and she's very interested in new things, which is something that like she's interested enough to be like look at them and see like what you guys like, just like you guys are just talking about. But she's also cautious enough to be like, yeah, all right, you know. And I love that because it's like for her being a girl dad, I'm like, good,
yeah,
you know, that's good. That's a good start. And then I told herself I'm putting her in jiu-jitsu as quick as I possibly can.
Oh, that's gonna be cool. You might have a little Ronda Rousey on your hands. She's
like, why? And I'm like, one is like the easy, not I won't say easiest martial art to learn, but it's a martial art built for like various different body types, and it works well with like a little girl can learn it and actually have a combative chance against like a grown man if something was to go sideways. So I'm like, yeah, whatever. That's fun to do.
Call. Yeah, that's a good call. Is she gonna be? You think she's gonna be one of the types who like tries a bunch of stuff?
Honestly, that's kind of something that we go. I've actually talked to a lot of parents about that and asked them like, what do you do? Because it's like the thing is, you want them to try a bunch of things. You want them to try, but you don't want them to try too much because you still want them to have an interest. But then you also don't want to push them too hard into one thing. Because I talked to this one guy and like he was a basketball player. Like that's what he did. He hooped his whole life and like that's what he loved. And he said when his son was younger, he's just like pretty much beat it into him. Like he needs to play basketball, he needs to play basketball. But he's like he wasn't athletic, you know, and he didn't really like basketball. And like now he doesn't. He doesn't like basketball even more because of that. He's like, you know, that's one of my biggest regrets because he was like, if I would have backed off a little bit, we could have possibly like revisited later. He could have got into it, or you know, it would have been like door open. But he's like, I pretty much closed the door by myself before he even got an opportunity to say he liked it or disliked it because I forced it down his throat.
Yeah. But on the opposite end of that, like I have regrets that I never did sports in high school because I think I would have been good at it. Because I just didn't want to. I just didn't want to do. So I just wish I did have that push younger. Even younger than high school, I would say, even like middle school. I wish I did get like a little push in a direction to do more stuff like that. So I think you should encourage certain things, but not force it.
Yeah. So we kind of said like, you know, anything she's interested in, we'll give it a shot. And we, you know, our requirement is just going to be like. Do one season, one session, like whatever, 6 weeks, a year, whatever the session is, like just finish that. Cause like, you know, cause someone that did play sports, like growing up earlier, it's like the pluses and the minuses is like not necessarily what you're doing, but the people you meet.
Yeah.
Cause like the people you meet, your coaches, that can change you can fall in love or hate an entire sport based on that. Cause like when you're young, I mean, like you're not trying to like train to be the best, you know what I mean? You're not trying to do it where you're just trying to like, have some fun, meet some people, and do some things, you know, and then like, you know, eventually you get to a point where like you find out like, oh, I'm kind of good at this. Like I don't want to push it a little bit further. Mm-hmm. So, we're keeping a pretty open mind about it. Like I don't really care what she does. If she wants to be a ballerina, she wants to be a basketball player, archery, you know, like taxidermy, like literally, I don't give a shit. You know, I just want her to like find her people and like, you know, just get into something, do something, have some fun with it. Cause it's like, playing sports when I was younger was just like it was a great way to meet people. You know what I mean? And then like when you build these rivalries with like various other schools or people you play against or like, you know, your friends and stuff. So like it's just something to, you know, something to talk about, something to do on the weekends too. So
yeah, that's true. That's one thing I wish I did more of. I think I had a problem with like, for one thing, I had somewhat of a problem with authority, but also had a problem with like team-based stuff, so I always avoided it. Like I liked it when I was younger, like in the hood, like just playing on the street.
Yeah.
Play basketball on the street. But like when it came to school stuff, I didn't like the idea of like having to be, you know, I guess I didn't like the responsibility of it. Like you had to be somewhere at a certain time, do a certain thing. I wanted to just do things my way. Mm. Like, you know, it's different playing sports in the hood because you just go outside and find some kids, y'all just do it. But, you know, when it's like school stuff, it's like, oh, you got to do this after school. You got to do this before school. You got to do this on the weekends. I like cartoons. I like cartoons way too much. I like video games way too much. So it was like, nah, I'm going to play basketball when I want to with Mario down the street. And, you know, just keep it like that.
To speak from the opposite side of that, I was still able to do all of that.
Okay.
Because, like, realistically, most of my games and stuff, they started at, like, 12, 1 o'clock. So I still got my block of cartoons I got to watch on the weekends. And it was practice only, like, a couple times during the week. So I'm like, it wasn't that bad. Plus, playing sports just get you out of a lot of stuff.
That's true.
if you're decently good, you can just get away with murder.
That's true.
Honestly, I guarantee you that's probably the reason why I didn't get kicked out of school. Because I'm sure I should get kicked out of my middle school, but I didn't because I was decent at sports and that kept me alive.
See, I had that too, but for other reasons, and that's best saved for a different podcast. But I had that immunity as well for very different reasons. Yeah.
If you want to know what those reasons are, be sure to subscribe.
Shameless plug.